Alright, this is a short video on how to run the British cruiser Black Swan. Black Swan is a Tier 1 cruiser. I think you'll find that a lot of players will hold on to this ship even when they're up playing other ships several years from now, called the Tier 10 ships. The Black Swan, quite honestly, is just a lot of fun. For a Tier 1 boat, it probably outperforms all the others. It certainly has the fastest rudder ship, and its guns are having a phenomenal rate of fire. The only Achilles heel to the Black Swan is you never want to let a battleship get a shot at you if you are broadside. In fact, you probably don't want to let a battleship get a shot at you even if you're nose on or tail on. In fact, you probably don't want a battleship shooting at you ever in this ship, because you will take full damage. It just doesn't have any armor. So as long as you keep your eye out for battleships and are mindful about where other ships are and how they're shooting at you, you ought to do well. With the rudder on this boat having a 2.9 second shift from turn to turn, this thing can turn on a dime, and that's really nice, because when you get into the heat of battle, you're going to want that kind of turning radius. Alright, so let's get rolling. She's got 3 turrets, each turret with 2 guns. 2 of the turrets are forward of the castle and 1 is at the stern of the boat. Insane rate of fire. Alright. So we're going into battle now. And you can take a look at our enemies, and you'll see we've got some Eries. I'm going to go back to that. Pause. We've got some Eries, some more Black Swans, some Hemmerlines, Ashidat, and Orlan. Orlan has got pretty lousy armor too. The Hemmerline is probably going to be our toughest opponent because they've got really good guns. The Erie has good guns, but the Hemmerlines are a little bit better. And of course, enemy Black Swans can definitely do some damage to you. So let's take a look at the map. You'll see that off in this corner is where we're at. We are spawned inside of our flag zone. The enemy zone is here. We know the enemy is going to charge our cap. So my decision is to point the guns to the southwest, turn to the northeast, and just broadside them as I'm traveling to the northwest. Gonna zip a little bit ahead. Alright, so we should be getting into some shooting here pretty quick. Alright, and there's our first enemy. Notice the lead that I gave this ship. At 8.4 kilometers, I gave it a lead of 10 seconds. Each one of these marks as a second. And watch where the shells land. Near the stern of the boat. So I increased the lead by 2 more seconds. Watch where the shells land. Boom! We're getting some hits, including a citadel. The citadel is a vital part of the ship, and I'll show you exactly where it is on the Black Swan after the battle. Now I'm going to take a moment to bring your attention over to the mini-map. Notice we've got two enemies approaching me. However, my nose is practically pointed right at them. If they were to start shooting at me, most of the shells would just bounce off. If you do have enemies shooting at you, being nose on or tail on to the boats against you is definitely the best way to handle it. That's a strategy you're going to have to master as you move up the tiers in this game. Alright, so we scored 4 citadels against that one ship. Now I'm turning my rudder and I'm opening up. Notice where I'm aiming. Quite low. There's a reason for it. And there's the reason. Hit the citadel. The more of those you can get, the faster you'll sink enemies. Now we'll go to work on the next boat in line. Got another citadel. And he's gone. I want to apologize for the choppiness of the replay. Don't get that during the actual game. Now I've got a friendly. He's moving from the left to the right, and there's the enemy. I'm going to have to stop firing, or I might risk hitting my friend. That was close. One shot at him and a bunch at this guy. Now notice the smoke coming out of a smokestack. This guy is going to come to a complete stop. Bad idea. So I landed a bunch of shots on that guy before he ducked around the corner. I'm not going to get any more shots off. So, let's take a look at the post-battle results. I scored 9 citadels, sunk 4, 76 actual hits, 49 of those penetrated, 21 of those over-penetrated. That's when your shell just punches a hole through and doesn't blow up. And 6 ricochets, which don't do any damage at all. Overpens do a little bit of damage, but not much. You want this number to be very high, penetrations. You can also see how you did as compared to the team, where you can break it up per ships sunk, airplanes hit, experience points, and special achievements, if any are given. And you can do a detailed report looking at each ship that you saw and or shot at, as well as the potential damage, and of course your credits. This ship is a moneymaker. I took home 35,931 silver credits. Not bad for a tier 1 ship. Also scored quite a bit of experience. Now, we're going to take a look at the Achilles heel of this ship and why you need to pay attention to it. There's the ship. We're going to click on Armor Layout, filter out the various layers, and start with the Citadel. You see how big that Citadel is, and it is exposed. It is above water. It is also just 10 millimeters thick. You could probably puncture that with a hunting rifle, let alone a ship's cannons. On top of that, you've got a deck of 10 millimeters of armor, and of course the superstructure is probably 10 or 6, and the plating is probably 10 or 6, and then the guns themselves, which are only 3 millimeters. Any battleship is going to have no problem punching lots of holes in your ship, so watch out for them. That's it. That's all there is to the Black Swan. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and have fun.